Hello and welcome into the Money Vehicle movement. My name is Jedediah Collins, founder and CEO here at Money Vehicle. Our mission is to build the best financial literacy course for high school classrooms in the country. And today I could not be more excited to show you how holistic of a view around money that we're taking. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you a visual as we walk through this conversation. So Money Vehicle is designed to ask, answer, and apply the first 10 actions of a financial literacy journey. These 10 actions will be bookended with an income chapter and a how to read a paycheck chapter at the beginning and the end. But the core curriculum is going to be built around answering these 10 questions as well as providing actions. Where does every good journey begin? Well, we have to begin with the end in mind. This is where your students are going to be introduced to what has changed in the financial industry, as well as start to identify the milestones they will take on this financial journey. Money Vehicle is not out to set goals of mega money millionaires. We want to set weekly, monthly, and yearly goals that students can capture and control. We use RICH, R-I-C-H, as our acronym: reachable, individual, controllable, and happy goals. And this rule, and you'll see each action being taken away from every chapter, this rule is around sitting in the driver's seat, putting your hands on that steering wheel, and accepting that you are driving your money vehicle and you set the destination with your rich goals. The next topic is going to be, now that I have a destination in place, how do I start going? How do I get there? How does money create money? And this is where we introduce the time value of money. The interesting thing about time value of money is interest. We define and identify what interest is, where it comes into the relationships, how the eighth wonder of the world of compound interest works, and then really challenge the students of how long they see money with this time value and understanding. Last but not least, we will begin to break down how a loan agreement works with the time value of money now that we've established what interest and the cost to use other people's money is. All of this is designed for your students to start to employ their money, employ their paychecks, make them go to work for you. Money is lazy. If you don't tell it what to do and where to go to work, it is not going to. So chapter 2 is really designed around seeing future you in that time and adding value to it today. Now that we understand how money creates money, we got to go through a cash management system. That B word budget is not going to be one you hear here in Money Vehicle. We updated a lot of our terms, vocabulary to give financial literacy a fresh new look and a fresh way for students to own the conversation. Our cash management system is broken down into 5 choices, your money buckets. But before we even get there, we have to understand opportunity costs. We have to understand habits or how to repeat success. And then we get to those 5 money bucket choices: your society, past, present, future, and our compassion choice. In this section, we want the students to see money as a verb and begin to identify where their money is going, where they are telling it to go, and really starting to set up this cash management system, seeing those 5 choices and identifying which accounts they're going to go to. Speaking of accounts, we need our foundational accounts to get started. This is going to be an introduction to the banking and credit union space, identifying how both make money, where the fees come in, what those accounts are used for, and even the efficiencies that you can begin to incorporate into those accounts and into your plan using your 5 money buckets. So as we see our finances and our money, chapter 4 is going to be that first teammate in a banker or a credit union that allows you to set up these foundational accounts and truly leverage them to use all the advantages that they will provide. Your financial reputation. I know there are some out there who say don't use credit or buy everything with cash. I think we can replace him for a little while. Money Vehicle encourages students to identify and understand what credit and debt is, and then use it as a tool when it fits into your plan and program. Why it's your financial reputation is because we are going to introduce through credit cards, which we recommend every high school student starts that credit history because it will bleed into their credit score, which we term their financial reputation. This is the beginning and a building block of something that will impact their plan for a long, long time. Again, alert them to the trap, how to avoid the credit trap, but they must begin to use this as part of their world, avoiding that credit trap that has been laid for them. Chapter 6, of course, gets into investments. Now, we get feedback and understanding some lower socioeconomic groups may not be ready to invest. Our feedback and our fight against this is they have to be introduced to how to invest, introduced that $5 can begin an investment journey. Our lower socioeconomic, our higher, our middle, everyone today must become an investor because saving is no longer going to be a financial plan. I know that golden rule, spend less than you make. It is no longer going to work towards your financial freedom. We have to begin to make our money go to work for us and outpace inflation, outpace our lifestyle, and start to invest. Don't worry, we are not hot stock tips. We're not going to teach them how to day trade. We want them to understand what they're buying, and our entire investment philosophy can be summed up in 3 words: be average, index. That index fund created by Jack Bogle is a massive, massive advantage for students today. We want them to accept the market average and use index funds as their first investment and give them the confidence to be able to do that. Now that we started to introduce risk into a financial plan, because investing is risky, we want to look at how to handle risk. And one of the ways to transfer risk out of your plan through an insurance policy. Now, there are many forms of insurance out there. We wanted them to start to understand how to pay for insurance, premiums and deductibles, and then introduce them to auto insurance. Again, this is designed for high school students. Many of them are going to begin to drive. Great introduction into why insurance is needed. We will also connect them to other forms of insurance, highlighting auto and health, and we'll continue to develop this message as they begin to manage their risk in their financial plan and transfer some of that through that insurance policy. Cybersecurity, unfortunately, is a necessary topic in financial literacy today. Majority of our money will always be virtual. We need to understand how they're being attacked and how we defend ourselves from these hackers. This is going to be alerting and alarming of where and how these questions are going to come in, and then really challenging the student to think before they click. Think through questions, think through the message, think through this attack so they can identify the red flags and even defend themselves online, starting with creating a strong password. Then we introduce our tax system and our tax filing. Again, Money Vehicle shifts that word tax to society. You'll see that in our money buckets. You'll see that throughout the program. But understanding how the progressive income tax code works, how to go from gross to net income, how to begin to file your taxes is going to be a massive one. And it'll be the answer in response to all of those memes. Hey, come accounting time or tax time, I'm so glad we learned geometry. This is going to be that class, be that subject, and prepare them for these life skills. So knowing your net, don't spend on that gross of what you think you make, spend on that net of what you take, and plan your plan around your net income. Last but not least, we wanted to see a synthesis of all of these actions, all of these principles and concepts coming to one specific action, and this is going to be using a tax advantage account. Again, $5 today can make you an investor, and to do it in a tax advantage account builds in an immediate return for your students and for these young investors. We introduce them to what a brokerage is in Chapter 6. Chapter 10 gets us to the 401k, IRA, and then this idea of a Roth account. I won't spoil it. Pretty fun analogy around pruning a tree in this chapter. And you need to find the advantage that best suits your plan. For our young investors, being in a lower income tax bracket, having the long-term time horizon and growth of tax-free growth, Roth accounts are going to become really essential tools for all of them. As you can see, Money Vehicle is a holistic program designed to empower a high school student with that first paycheck to begin to take these 10 actions. As they progress through the program, they will apply these to character studies and case studies. And then at the end of the program, they will even begin to develop a personal financial plan for their future avatar and their future character of life. My name is Jedediah Collins. I would encourage you to check us out at yourmoneyvehicle.com. Send us a request for more information at info@yourmoneyvehicle.com. We look forward to discussing this as we are growing nationwide. We see your mandates, want to help you on your high schools and support your teachers. Enjoy the day, and we can't wait to welcome you to the Money Vehicle movement.